Why do you think an established writer wouldn't prepare a pitch like that?
I think maybe took for granted, or that had an attitude of, well, I'll just wing it. And these are people who are very articulate, but I also would say the times have really changed, where I know, like a former boss of mine, the network used to just go to him and say, why don't you do a project about such and such topic? And now it just doesn't work like that. Very established writers need to also, like, even if you're, I'm sure, and I can't speak for him, but like Ryan Murphy, when he sells one of his projects, I'm sure that he has to at some point tell the network what they're going to be seeing per hour, the first hour, the first night of a miniseries. We're going to be covering such and such part of the OJ trial, and then you're going to talk about your approach. It's so I think that maybe taking for granted or assuming, well, I'll just wing it or ad-lib it, but I think you need to prepare.
And then the packaging, again, is something you said people are looking at, so that means having talent attached,
right.
Having crew attached.
Right. So for example, House of Cards, when it sold to Netflix, you had David Fincher, one of the preeminent contemporary directors who hadn't yet done series that was really attractive. It was also, material was based on a book and a hit series in the UK. Kevin Spacey, who was a big star at the time, was also attached. So that's like an ideal package. A lot of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that's the writing team that did The Gilmore Girls, which was very successful in its original form, and then when it came back to Netflix was also very successful. So they knew that they had proven entities with a strong voice and who can deliver really a successful show with really well-drawn characters and situations consistently. So that's kind of like there's some element that's a proven entity and or really appealing. It could be someone who has just done a movie at Sundance that garnered a lot of attention. And they come in, and again, it's a thing about recognizing that someone has a strong voice. And it's harder to break into without having that first, like if you've already won some award at Sundance, yes, it's easier to get Netflix attention, but how do you get that first award at Sundance? It's because you have, there's something fresh in your material. Yeah. And I remember just a series at HBO where they wound up hiring completely unestablished writers, and I'm trying to think of the name of the show, but they had written a play that wasn't even produced, but they fell in love with the writing and their voice. And then this writing team pitched the series, and it became it had I think 5 seasons on HBO.